Typical Big Ten basketball game. Two really, really good teams. I have so much respect for Greg. They have played an unbelievable schedule. They've beaten a lot of people, and it was about what I thought it would be. Hats off to the two guys that were just here, and Kasparas. Those three defensively, I thought were excellent. We look at what they did offensively, but defensively, they were very good. I thought that our staff did a good job. Zach Hamer was terrific, I think, in a game plan. It was. I know it's easy to everybody's talking about Ben and this or that. Ben's been our highest graded defender because you guys have no idea what we're trying to do, and he's been our highest graded defender in 6 of our first 7 games. And he does a great job there. He missed a couple looks that he normally makes, but I thought the job that those three did, forcing tough shots, taking, keeping them off the line. I think our size impacted that a little bit, and maybe not, but and then I thought that the whole key to the game was the first half offensive rebounding. We didn't shoot it any good. We were 6 of 20, and I think our offensive rebound total was one shy of their total rebounds in the first half. I could be mistaken on that, so somebody check that for me. But Trey White led us in that area, and I thought made some incredible hustle plays. But then KJ was just KJ. So he does everything pretty well. So nice night, nice win.
We have questions whenever you guys are ready. Let's get your mics.
Brad, you've had lead guards who are really talented. Take some time to adjust to each other, figure each other out, how they play off each other. Where do you think Kasparas and Kylan are together in that process?
Ahead of where I thought, to be very honest, and especially defensively. We knew Bam was a really, really good defender. That was our, to be honest, I mean, it was the driving force in terms of wanting him out of high school and wanting him in the portal. We knew how good he was defensively. He's just a terrific athlete with terrific strength. Kasparas, I wasn't that sure about, and even though we'd watched him play and watched a lot of film, actually, until you see him get out there and guard athletes and guard, you can't measure totally his ability to anticipate, his toughness, his length, and so they have worked extremely well together, and the yin and the yang in terms of the ball handling and the ball screens on the offensive side has been actually pretty fun to toy around with.
Was that kind of like the full Trey White package in terms of just the rebound and defense and then the different ways that he scored?
Yeah. When I go back to our early scrimmage with Butler, and he led us in scoring, and it was a little bit of all of that. It was cuts. It was, some stuff off the bounce. It was, making a three. I just hadn't done a very good job of coaching him and putting him in the right spots. To his credit, unbelievable teammate, and his defense hasn't wavered. And tonight it was, he stepped up and met the challenge. And it's you guys have heard me say this over the years. It's no coincidence because he had 2 of the best practices he's had all year leading up to this.
I guess what maybe unlocked that for him this week, or for you to maybe figure out how to use him?
Well, he showed up on what day we played. He showed up on Saturday, was extremely active in just our film breakdown and we did a lot of individuals. And then Sunday was the best player on the court in practice. So it was his attitude in practice. He didn't hang his head about the Northwestern game, and he played well in the Northwestern game. So I knew I had to do some things different. I had to kind of unleash that, and then he followed that up on Monday with a good practice, and obviously was rewarded himself tonight with a great performance.
Brad, you sat in here yesterday and talked about offensive rebounding and used words like effort and energy, but is it more than that? Is there a basketball IQ component to that? Is there a connectivity component to that showed up tonight?
Yeah, but I don't know. There's a difference between playing hard and competing. And I didn't think we competed at all. I think we just gave in at Northwestern. And we didn't make shots and we just didn't compete. And that's disgusts me. I just infuriates me. And there's a difference. You can play hard and, okay, coach said block out or coach said guard this guy. But now I got to go get the ball. And I got to get the ball every time. And I got to make sure my guy doesn't get it so my team can win. And we're trying to drive that home with these guys, and you've got to compete, and you got to do it at a high level every play, because those are actually the plays that win. And so all those things are part of it that you talked about. But if you don't compete, it's not ever going to be sustainable, and that's what we're trying to get these guys to do.
But you talked about Trey putting him in the right spots or the best spots. What would you determine, or what have you determined over the last month that those spots are to unlock his full arsenal?
Yeah, we kind of got away from some of the guard on guard screening action that he's really good in. We know he's a really good 3-point shooter. We see that every single day. So, he hits the first one in the corner. As a spacer, he's a guy that's an offensive rebounder that's going to go get a couple that way. He's always been a high free throw guy in terms of being with us and getting fouled. So it's just kind of the full meal deal, so to speak, with him. He's just gonna find his way to score the ball.
Brad, after the Northwestern game, you guys shot your fewest free throw attempts. Kylan and Trey, I thought did a really good job of attacking the basket. Just wanted to get your assessment.
I think we did in that game too. Even called. I mean, we lived in the paint, and we're head ramming as much as we can head ram, and next.
Brad, Ben obviously struggling a little bit shooting, but he's taking 56 threes and just 11 twos. Is that what you'd like to see from him? Or you'd like to see him do more?
No, I'm really pissed off he's taking 11 twos. I am. You guys have got to. It's coming. It's coming when there's going to be 7, 8, 9 in a row. It's coming. This dude is an elite shooter, and we're asking him to be a part of our defense and do things that maybe have not been asked of him. But this dude can rip them off, and he creates space. He's got some 1 dribble, 2 dribble pull ups, but man, we recruited that dude to shoot him, and I want him to keep shooting them. And I ran the first play of the game for him. I ran the first play of the second half for him. And that's how much I believe in him, and then I know how smart he is on the defensive side and what he does to help us.
Coach, what were some of those points of emphasis with Zach's scout and game plan defensively, particularly on John Tonji? Seems like you're able to bottle him up quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, we really, really feared him in the paint. He is an unbelievable pivot guy, gets fouled. The job that Tommy and Ben do of kind of just plugging some of the early gaps, we spent a lot of time on that. We knew we were going to have to make some adjustments because Klesman's such a good 3-point shooter. But I thought the job Kylan did making his touches hard helped. And then I thought the job that Tommy and Ben and Merez and Jake all took parts, even Trey a little bit. Just being able to give some support.
I know you got a guy in Trent that
relish those type of assignments defensively? What are you seeing from Kylan? Are there
There's that.
parallels between
Oh yeah,
those?
oh yeah. There's a mentality that's different. You don't have guys. You know, we got Terrence that point last year, where it was give me that guy, and we're starting to see growth in Trey in that area, not shying away from the work that it takes to do that. So Kylan has been, irregardless of what has happened for him in making shots or whatever, defensively, he's just been sensational.
Coach, you've now won 9 consecutive games over the Wisconsin Badgers. Do you ever kind of think about those kind of milestones and kind of see how far the program's come along in the last 4 to 5 years?
No. You know, I know where we've been what we've done the last 5 years. I have so much respect for that coaching staff and what they do. I also have Derek Burson, who reminds me constantly of when the streak was the other way. You stay in this long enough, certain things happen. That's a really good basketball team we beat, and every team has a little bit of difference and a little bit of identity that's different. And we beat a good basketball team tonight, and we've got another good one coming in on Saturday.
Going off of that, you schedule these games to have opportunities like this. What does this opportunity mean for your team against the number 1 ranked team in the country at State Farm Center?
Well, I'll be really honest. When Rick and I set this up, I jumped at it. I couldn't wait because I've known Rick for a long time, knowing when he was at Texas and in the league, and had Durant and that whole crew, and I know how hard he gets his teams to play. I know how demanding he is as a coach. He's won so many games. He's won at every stop. So what better way to prepare my team? And we went on the road there last year. It was a hard fought game. They won, and you know he's always going to have a team. He's got resources. He's got guys back. What better way than to help us? And it just so happens now that they're number 1. You know, they were always going to probably be top 10. But that's tremendous respect I have for Rick and the job he's done. And I think it's a great opportunity for our basketball team to play against a great team who just happens to be number 1, but they're also a team that can be in that national championship conversation.
Maybe it wasn't Tommy's most efficient night, but he still has 9 and 11. I mean, is the floor just that high for him?
Yeah, I'm disappointed he didn't make the layup in the first half. He would have had another double-double, and he makes the game look easy. It didn't call on him to make a lot of threes tonight. They did a good job in their late switches. But I think he's at the top of what teams have to try to scout for. And they said a little more than I would have liked tonight with a silly foul, but Tommy's a very good player. Thank you.